gosh, I've been talking to you this whole time. Oh my gosh. I said I was... Yes, it's just the day that I'm having. I said, okay, let me go through what I said. I said I was quickly going to set up the sale for tonight. I have some really good stuff tonight. It's new stuff, brand new stuff you would find in a gift shop kind of thing. If you like that stuff, I can get more stuff like that. So we'll see how it goes tonight with that stuff. I have called on the napkins. They're not going to be shipped. The ones that I ordered this time with the seasonal stuff, they're saying until July, but I don't think it's right. Because I think it's going to be, it said June. I don't think the woman I spoke to knew that it was that. So, I do have a couple of new napkins, but I ordered some more from another vendor last night, and I have this new stuff. So 6:30 for the auction. I do want to go on a walk. I know my back still hurts a little bit. I don't know if it's the best thing to do, but I'm tired of not getting out and moving around and walking around. So I'm going to do it anyway. Sorry that the fire decoupage was such a disaster. I am trying to fix the thing here. I have the paint on it. I don't know if I said anything else. Oh, please keep Lisa D's mother in your prayers. She's still in the hospital. Things are still really serious. So, and Linda, just saw Linda come up. Lisa's really, needs prayers and stuff. So please keep her in your thoughts and prayers. And then I said, crime scene cleaner, I hope you're feeling better. You've been sick a long time. I hope that you're feeling better. And also for Davida, who also has the virus, and anyone else that is not feeling well with the virus or something else, I hope you feel better in prayers. Okay, now let me go and fix this thing. So I'm going to be off the chat for a second because I'm trying to fix this, set this up, okay, for the auction here. Not auction, sale. It's a sale now. We call it a sale. And I have to go back and I have to, oh, what's the matter? What was that? I thought you did like something like Ethan did. And,
it was just a water bottle.
okay, let me go over here and change the thumbnail now. Okay, now we've got the right thumbnail. Okay. Hopefully, it's been a rough day, guys. Let me see here. It's been a rough few weeks. All right, we got that going. Okay. All right, that's done. Now I can breathe a sigh of relief with that. If anybody wants to share that out, that would be wonderful. Shoot. I'll be right there, okay? Oh, I'm not making the frosting because there's no cake to put the frosting on. The kids do taste the sour in the frosting. So, yeah, I was right about that and not losing my mind, okay? And, yeah, I didn't get the vegetables or anything today because Jimmy didn't get his brakes fixed, which means couldn't take his truck to get the dirt. And we're supposed to do the shells, but then, I don't know. I just never get to do what we need to do. This is the way it goes. Let me see here. I'm going to just go over the headlines because apparently I've been waiting for that trial to start all day on court TV. They keep showing footage of her in the court, but so far I have seen no opening statements. So I don't know. And I probably, all right, I like something like chocolate or something here. I probably missed them when I was doing the fire decoupage, maybe not. Is anything on that court TV, Jimmy?
Danielleredlick charged with murder. Is that?
Yeah, but did they start the opening statements?
No, I didn't see anything. I don't know for sure.
Okay. Okay. Renee, hello. Welcome. Elise K, hi. Julie W, Linda Galb, me J May, Rosalinda. Okay, most everybody. Wilo Wick, hi. Farm Wife, Caroline. Yeah, I know. I was off on the chat. Okay, I'm back now. Now I'm looking. So let's see what's going on now with so there's a lot of talk today about the case of that beauty queen murder and that guy being found not guilty, and statements from the family, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so now let's look at some of these things. So Johnny Depp may not collect pay after win against Amber. Lawyer says it wasn't about the money. Okay, great. John Moore and Johnny Depp again. In one of my parent loss groups, child loss groups for parents, one of the parents from the Uvalde came in. So crosses with the names of the victims were put outside the school. Let's see here on May 26. And now there's gun violence hearings going on. What else do we have? Brad Pitt. Let's see. Another frivolity case of overprivileged individuals. Let's see. An updated complaint that was filed in California on Friday. Brad Pitt claims his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie, illegally sold her shares in the couple's French winery and estate without his knowledge. So he alleges that she illegally sold her shares in the winery and estate to Russian expat vodka billionaire Yuri Shefler. Jolie used legal means to skirt an obligation to get Pitt's approval of the deal, the complaint said. The solely related Scheffler and Alexei Olenek were added as defendants to the complaint filed Friday. In the new filing, Brad Pitt's attorneys say that despite Stoli's attempts to distance itself from Russia, many supporters of Ukraine have associated the vodka brand with Russia and Vladimir Putin's military aggression against the smaller Eastern European nation. The association makes the Stoli brand dangerous to the Miraval Rosé brand. After years of celebrating and profiting from its Russian roots, Stoli has disclaimed all ties between itself and Russia in the wake of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine. Stoli has said it uses Latvia as its home base and has attempted to rebrand by naming itself Stoli Chernaya vodka. But Stoli vodka is synonymous with Russia, as the countless images of consumers pouring Stoli vodka down the drain make clear. The complaint says later, despite Scheffler's desperate attempt to disassociate himself from the Putin regime, the Stoli brand is now a massive international liability. Continued association with Scheffler, though, poses serious commercial risk to Miraval, a risk that Pitt and Mondo Bongo's contractual rights were designed to avoid. By subverting those rights, Jolie and Scheffler have devalued the family business that Pitt had cultivated for over a decade. An attorney for Jolie did not respond immediately. The revised lawsuit cites a Jolie-led conspiracy to hurt both Brad Pitt and the Miraval brand, echoing allegations made in the February 17th complaint. Jolie pursued and then consummated the purported sale in secret, keeping Pitt in the dark and knowingly violating Brad Pitt's contractual rights, says the court document. And by doing so, Angelina Jolie sought to seize profits she had not earned and returns on an investment she did not make. Also, through the purported sale, Angelina Jolie sought to inflict harm on Brad Pitt. Angelina Jolie knew that and intended that Scheffler and his affiliates would try to control the business Pitt had built and to undermine Brad Pitt's investment in Miraval. Since the sale, Miraval leadership has had to take urgent measures to manage the hostile and commercial threat posed by Stoli's claimed ownership interest, according to the lawsuit. After Brad Pitt's team filed the revised lawsuit on Friday, Stoli Group put out a press release Monday quoting Stoli Group Chief Executive Damian McKinney and saying that the only role that Yuri Scheffler plays is that of an investor and denies any desire by the oligarch of the company to turn a 50% stake in the winery into a larger holding. We own 50% of Miraval, and what we want above all is to create a real added value from this partnership. As of a couple of us will go further, McKinney said in the release. Our agreement with Brad Pitt is to make the castle a place where art and wine are one, with the most incredible of music studios. Brad Pitt alleged in his original complaint filed a week before the Russian invasion that since the deal went down, Brad Pitt's company and Scheffler's have now been unable to agree on the management and strategic direction of the company that runs Chateau Miraval. Brad Pitt also complained that he can no longer enjoy his private residence as it is co-owned by strangers. The revised lawsuit also names companies SPI Holding Group Ltd. and Tenute Del Mondo as defendants, alleging a breach of implied in fact contract and tortuous interference with contractual relations, among other things. Pitt is asking for the sale to be undone and that he be awarded punitive and compensatory damages to be determined at a jury trial, as well as repayment of his legal fees. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie were married at the Chateau Miraval in 2014 after connecting in 2004 on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Angelina Jolie filed for divorce in September of 2016. Sounds like they want another Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing, maybe to make them relevant again. I don't know. Kansas man accused of violently shaking and then slamming his 4-month-old daughter has been sentenced to prison for her death. On Monday, the Sedgwick County District Judge Eric Williams ordered that 36-year-old Andrew Franklin will serve nearly 21 years behind bars in connection with the horrific abuse of the little baby girl, Brexley Grace Franklin. The sentencing comes after Andrew Franklin in April pled no contest to charges of second-degree murder and child abuse. On September 8, 2018, emergency crews in Hayesville, Kansas, were called after the girl began having a seizure. Franklin was reportedly caring for the girl at the time. The little child was rushed to the hospital where staff found her with a skull fracture, retinal hemorrhages, bruises on her jaw, and internal injuries. The specific pattern of intracranial hemorrhage, retinal hemorrhage, and brain swelling are characteristic of violent infant shaking or a forceful rotation slam of the infant's head on a surface. Sadly, these injuries are not survivable. Dr. Carrie Weeks, who's the director of the Division of Child Abuse and Neglect at Wesley's Children's Hospital in Wichita, wrote in a probable cause affidavit in 2018. Prosecutors initially charged Franklin with first-degree murder, 2 counts of child abuse. He was arrested in January of 2019 and has been in jail ever since. He has previously served time in prison for theft and burglary. The little baby's obituary said she had the biggest, most beautiful blue eyes and was an extremely happy baby. People are so sick.
See if you want to do it. Yeah.
No, I'm not too much for going down to really catching on fish.
Right now?
A Texas woman who was arrested on capital murder charges for last year's death of her 7-month-old son, was sentenced to probation after accepting a plea deal. Jeanette Dukes was 19 when her son died in May of 2021. The infant was found unresponsive in a laundry basket under a pile of clothes. Dukes had called 911 and claimed her son had disappeared while she napped. Though Dukes was arrested on capital murder charges, the El Paso District Attorney's Office explained that she was never formally charged as the medical examiner did not find evidence of her baby being murdered or harmed. It's reported that the infant died of asphyxia. Originally, Dukes was charged with abandoning or endangering a child, but prosecutors subsequently dismissed the charge. As part of a plea deal, Dukes pled guilty to attempted tampering with physical evidence in addition to 5 years of probation. She was ordered to serve 100 hours of community service. On Tuesday, Canadian officials released composite sketches of a girl who was reportedly found dead in a dumpster last month. The unidentified girl's remains were discarded in Rosedale. They were discarded between April 28th and May 2nd. The girl's body was discovered in a dumpster near an unoccupied bungalow. Ontario police said they are seeking a dark-colored Porsche Cayenne SUV in connection with the case. The deceased girl is believed to be between 4 and 7 years old. Her cause of death is undetermined. Though her body was possibly discarded days before she was found, investigators believe she died in the summer or fall of 2021, possibly earlier. Pathologists assessed insects at the crime scene to estimate a time of death. Toronto Police Inspector Hank Itzinga said it's unlikely the girl was ever reported missing, as she has not been linked to any of the 58 missing children's cases in Canada. However, they could not confirm whether she was reported missing in another country. Kids don't just die, Itzinga said. Reports indicated the little girl was wrapped in a crocheted blanket and placed inside a plastic bag. The bag was wrapped in a second blanket. Referring to the recently released sketch, Itzinga said, All we need to do is motivate someone to call and say, I think I know who that little girl is. Well, hopefully she gets identified. She deserves that at the very least. Horrible. Okay, let's talk about that verdict in that Duke trial. Because this is all over Court TV if you're watching Court TV today. And we have talked about this, but it's all over there, and there's lots of victims' impact statements and whatnot. So, the end of May, a jury found a man who was charged with killing a popular high school teacher who vanished from her rural Georgia hometown in 2005 not guilty of murder. Ryan Duke had told investigators that he killed Tara Grinstead and helped burn her body. But when he took the witness stand during his trial, he insisted that he was innocent. The jury acquitted Duke of malice murder, felony murder, aggravated assault, and burglary, but found him guilty of concealing a death. Grinstead's disappearance in the rural Irwin County remained a mystery for more than 10 years until Duke's 2017 confession. He told the Georgia Bureau of Investigation agents that he broke into Grinstead's home on October of 2005, hoping to find money and to steal to buy drugs. He was startled when the teacher appeared behind him, and he said he hit her and killed her. He led investigators to a pecan orchard where he said he and a friend, Bo Dukes, burned her body. Georgia Bureau of Investigation agents testified at trial that Duke knew things about the case that had never been made public. Duke's defense attorney, John Merchant, told jurors it was Dukes who killed Grinstead. Dukes was convicted in 2019 of helping move and burn Grinstead's body, but he was never charged with murder. Duke testified that his confession was false. He said Dukes woke him up at the mobile home where they lived together in 2005 and said that he had killed Grinstead and showed Duke the teacher's purse and wallet. Duke lied to investigators because Dukes had already killed one person and he was afraid, he testified. Duke's murder trial opened last week, and again, this is the end of May that we're looking at this. More than 16 years after Grinstead was last seen leaving an evening cookout in rural South Georgia, Grinstead taught history and was a former beauty pageant queen was just 30 years old when she disappeared. Before Duke's confession, her family held out hope that she might return home safe. Though her body was never found, investigators matched Grinstead's DNA to bone fragments recovered in the area where Duke told investigators that he and his friend had burned her. The jury deliberated Thursday afternoon for about 2 hours Friday morning before delivering a verdict. Duke is to be sentenced Monday. Grinstead's family asked for more time to prepare the statements to read at sentencing. Okay, so the sentencing is why we're hearing about this, and we're hearing their statements. So their statements were played all over Court TV today, and let's hear his sentencing. So Tara Grinstead's family spoke in court before Ryan Duke was sentenced. Tara's sister says the maximum penalty isn't enough. She says the family has served what feels like a life sentence since her sister disappeared in 2005. Judge Bill Reinhart heard from Tara Grinstead's family and friends before sentencing Ryan Duke, the man accused of killing the beauty queen and teacher. Duke was sentenced to the maximum penalty for concealing a death in the state of Georgia, 10 years. Judge Reinhart says he could immediately be eligible for parole. A jury acquitted Duke on 5 of the 6 charges on Friday, including murder and aggravated assault. Anita Gaddis says the legal system failed her sister, Tara Grinstead. Gaddis said she still believes Ryan Duke killed her sister 16 years ago and stayed silent for 11 years. With that, she asked the judge to sentence him to the maximum penalty for concealing a death, 10 years. Gaddis said she believes the maximum penalty isn't enough. She said the family has served what feels like a life sentence since Tara vanished in October of 2005. 16 years, 6 months, and 27 days, Gaddis told the court, saying that's the time it's been since Tara went missing. The maximum he can serve for concealing the death of another is 10 years. That's only 7 years less than the sentence I and the rest of Tara's family and friends have experienced due to his revolting and villainous action. Gaddis said that her family has lived in what feels like a prison year after year, locked in a world of not knowing what happened to Tara. Still today, there are questions left unanswered. Did she know she was going to die? Did she beg for her life? Did she suffer? Said Connie Grinstead, Tara's stepmom. But her family also told the court who Tara Grinstead was: a daughter, a sister, a Christian, a beauty queen, and a beloved teacher who loved her students. Ryan Duke may have desecrated her physical body to nothing but ashes, but he did not erase her memory from our minds, her voice from our ears, and her love from our hearts. Gaddis said she didn't just want them to do well in her class, she wanted them to do well in life. Connie Grinstead said Tara is a teacher even in death. We hope others see the consequences of choosing a life of alcohol and drugs, the consequences of murdering someone and burning their body, and the consequences of devastating the lives of those she left behind. The family says that they were shocked by Friday's verdict, and the jury found Ryan Duke not guilty of killing Tara. All the evidence was there. You can't dispute DNA. DNA doesn't lie, Gaddis said. Both Gaddis and Grinstead said it doesn't make sense that now Ryan Duke says he wants to tell the truth, claiming he only helped conceal the body. Ryan testified Bo Dukes threatened him, and he's now saying the truth because Bo is in prison. Bo Dukes was convicted of federal charges and sentenced to 27 months of jail time in 2013. He was not released until 2017. I would like to ask Ryan why he did not come forward at that time and confess, Gaddis said. His testimony on the stand only seemed coached, well-rehearsed for self-serving benefits. It was amazing how great his memory was after spending some time in jail, Grinstead said. Ryan may have been acquitted on several charges, but does that make him innocent? Absolutely not. Now Ryan Duke has already served 5 years. The court will have to give him credit for time served. It's a shame. Okay, and let's see what's going on here. So, is anybody getting notifications of the lives? Hi, Annie B, because I know nobody was getting them yesterday. Hi, Daisy Girl. Hi, Mary Tackett. Hi, Debbie D. I have to, hold on a minute, I have to quickly do something here. Where the heck? Okay, so You got them, Kathy? You're not getting them sometimes, Kathy? Allison, hi, Peridot Eyes. How are you? You're getting them now, Annie B. Good. Farm Wife, you got a notification? Good. So what else is going on? Let's see what else is going on in the world here, just in the world in general. Florida mother, toddlers found in car, died in murder-suicide. Authorities have revealed the cause of death for a Florida mother who was found deceased in her car along with her twin toddlers. When was this? Outside an apartment in Melbourne on March 20th. So they're saying that an autopsy showed Langhorst overdosed on a combination of methamphetamine and cocaine. The children died of methamphetamine intoxication. Family members said Langhorst loved her children and was always spending time with them. The report stated that neither child had any external trauma and there was no other signs of physical abuse. Determined that Langhorst died by suicide from a narcotics overdose. The twins' death was ruled a homicide, and they also died from a narcotics overdose. Very sad. Those were those cute little twins. Remember that? And the mother? Horrible. Oh my goodness. What county is this? Wow. This is so weird. This is in my county in New York. Listen to this. A resident in my county was diagnosed with monkeypox. The New York State Department of Health announced the first confirmed orthopox virus case outside of New York City on Wednesday. Contact tracing efforts are underway. Let's see what else. As of Wednesday, a total of 9 confirmed orthopox virus monkeypox cases have been identified in New York State, including 8 in New York City. Each of these cases has been confirmed through testing for the orthopox virus. The person who was diagnosed in my county had traveled outside of the U.S. and was no longer contagious by the time they returned to the county. So there's no identified risk in the county. That's good. The Department of Health advises that those who experience symptoms consistent with monkeypox, such as characteristic rashes or lesions, to contact their healthcare provider for a risk assessment. This includes anyone who has traveled to countries where monkeypox cases have been reported or have contact with someone who has a similar rash or received a diagnosis of suspected or confirmed monkeypox. Okay, Highland Falls School. Okay, so they're saying this manhunt for Caitlin intensifies. U.S. Marshals have intensified their manhunt for Texas murder suspect Caitlin Armstrong, with the federal agency upgrading the search to major case status and receiving dozens of tips as they near 1 month since the victim, top cyclist Mariah Mo Wilson, was killed. Marshals have so far received at least 70 tips related to the search for Armstrong, who is accused of gunning down Wilson, 25 years old, inside an Austin apartment where she was staying with a friend, and she was there for an upcoming race in Hico, Texas. U.S. Marshal and Western District of Texas spokesperson Brandon Filia said that of the 70 tips which were generated through the Austin Capital Area Crime Stoppers and the USMS, we have had some with instrumental value that have assisted our investigation. Caitlin is out there watching this, listening to this, or reading this information. She needs to surrender to law enforcement. Asked if he had a message for her, he added, "Safely surrender to law enforcement. Give your side of the story because this is not going to go away." Earlier this week, marshals announced a $5,000 reward for information leading marshals to Armstrong. The agency has most recently divulged that the 34-year-old fugitive was spotted being dropped off at New Jersey's Newark Liberty International Airport on May 18th, 1 day after law enforcement announced she was wanted for the killing. Now, originally they said it was LaGuardia. It's Newark. A 66-year-old man convicted of a 1984 murder of an 8-year-old girl was executed by lethal injection in Arizona on Wednesday. Today. Frank Atwood was put to death at 10:16 a.m. at Arizona State Prison in Florence. Attorney General Mark Brnovich said in a statement, Atwood was convicted in 1987 of kidnapping Vicki Lynn Hoskinson while she was riding her bicycle in Tucson, Arizona. Her body was found in the desert 7 months later. Atwood had a choice between lethal injection and the gas chamber, but declined to make a selection. Lethal injection is the default method of execution in the state in the event an inmate does not choose. Atwood's execution was the second conducted in the past month in Arizona. Clarence Dixon, also 66, was executed on May 11th for the 1978 murder of a college student. Dixon's execution was the first in the southwestern state since 2014. There have been 7 executions in the United States this year, according to the nonprofit Death Penalty Information Center. So an Illinois man died instantly after falling into a crucible at the Caterpillar Foundry in Mapleton last week. Stephen Dierkes, 39, of Peoria, was apparently working near the crucible when he accidentally fell in on the morning of June 2nd. Peoria County Coroner Jamie Hardwood said in a statement, what I just told you. A crucible is a vessel in which metallic elements are melted to be cast into new objects and can withstand very high temperatures. Didn't we hear something like this happened very, very similar? I remember this. Now I'm having serious deja vu. Serious deja vu. I remember this happening and we discussing what a crucible was. He died of thermal annihilation. Foul play is not suspected. This was such a sad case for his family, who never got to say goodbye. Dierkes was the father of 3 daughters, ages 4, 5, and 12. He turned 39 1 month prior to his death and was described in his obituary as a hard-working teddy bear of a man with calloused hands and a tender heart. Lisa Miller, a Caterpillar spokesperson, said the company was deeply saddened by the employee's death. Our thoughts are with this employee's families, friends, and colleagues. Miller told the outlet in a statement, "The safety of our employees, contractors, and visitors is our top priority." And this is another thing that I can't stand when it's supposed to be a fun day and something happens. Well, that happened, and it's so weird because we were just talking about zip lines this weekend. So a mom celebrating a 3-year-old's birthday choked by zip line rope. A 23-year-old mother is suing an indoor adventure park after a zipline harness allegedly slipped around her neck, nearly strangling her at her son's birthday party. "I thought I was going to die," Evelyn Rapier said of the November 19th incident in a statement provided by her attorney. "All I could think of was my family and friends, and especially my young children watching this." Rapier was having a birthday party for her 3-year-old son at Urban Air Adventure Park in Bloomingdale, an experience that ultimately left her hurt and traumatized, according to the lawsuit filed against the business and 2 of its employees. Bloomingdale is a suburb of Chicago. In a statement to the Chicago Sun-Times, Urban Air said the safety of its guests and employees is its top priority. One injury is one too many, but what's important to remember is ride safety is a shared partnership between the park and their guests, and it's essential that they follow posted and verbal guidelines and instructions. While riding a zip line, the harness provided by the park somehow came loose and wrapped around the mother's throat. Cell phone video shows the mother suspended by the harness, swinging and twisting as the ride goes. While kids cheered and music blasted in the background, Rapier was quietly fighting for her life, she said. "Thank God I was able to find the strength to pull the harness away from my neck and survive, but a lot of people, especially children, would not have been able to do this. I want to let people know this ride is dangerous and that the adventure park and its employees are careless and do not make safety a priority." Rapier's injuries were consistent with strangulation, including a rope burn around her neck, according to a copy of the medical screening provided by her attorney that she underwent the following day. The lawsuit, filed in DuPage County by the Kavanaugh Law Group, alleges that the Urban Air did not properly maintain the ride and its equipment, and that the employees operating the zip line failed to correctly secure Rapier in the harness. Evelyn, her family, and friends were traumatized by this. They went to Urban Air Adventure Park, Bloomingdale, to celebrate her young son's birthday, and it turned into a nightmare, said attorney Mark McAllister. The owners and their employees have a responsibility and duty to maintain the equipment and rides and make sure that the patrons are properly strapped in. That was not done here. The carelessness and negligence was stunning. The lawsuit does not specify how much compensation Rapier is seeking. Okay, so you would never zip, you say scary, okay. The harness, Carla. I guess it wasn't put on and it slipped around her neck. Hi, Mary Beth. Hi, Turquoise. You're working full time in the shop on top of everything else, so you're a little overwhelmed. Oh, I imagine. And you got your wedding upcoming, right? That's exciting, though, isn't it? Well, it's 5 o'clock. I think I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to try. I took in a leave. Oh my gosh. I hope it's going to be okay. Okay. I don't know if I should ride, and then I've got to find, my daughter's going to help me find a new bike, because her and my son Michael gave me a nice amount of money to get a new bike, and Jimmy is going to contribute to that too. So with the three of them, she's telling me one of her friends got, because I don't need something like hers. I don't need to spend $2,000 or more, but I definitely want something, that's going to be good. I've had my other one for 4 years, but it was Schwinn, and it's done its duty for me, but it's time to pass that along and kind of upgrade a little bit. Not too crazy, but I saw my neighbor had a Specialized. I forget what my daughter might have a Specialized brand, but yeah, I'm not going to walk for too long. I'll probably just do like a mile and a little more than a mile. That's it. I have one eye blind arts, so I have to start looking at that. She said that her friend, a good friend, got one that would be in my price range that she really likes, and I believe it was a Trek. So she's going to look for that for me. So that's exciting, because I want to start riding again now that I might get my back finally getting to go. Back to swim and steam at the Y. Sucks, turquoise. What is Mike doing? I'm starting the grill. I've got to have a yogurt before I go to grill me a big bacon cheeseburger. That sounds delicious. That sounds really good. It sounds really good. Hi, Pamela. A mile sounds too much. Really? Do you think so, Julie? If I don't even do a mile, there's like no point for me to even go. You know what I mean? I'll concentrate very conscientiously on my posture to keep my spine aligned. How's that? And would it be better to go for a bike ride? Do you think it would be better to ride my bike? Julie, what do you guys think? What would be better? Good for you, Carol Plant. What about, where's Carol Clark? Hi, Carol Clark, I miss you. Walk on level grade, no hills. Are you serious? All I live is hills. My driveway is like this. There's no way for me to get, I'd have to zip line out of my driveway. Better to ride my bike? I still have to walk my bike down the hill because it's like down the driveway hill. It's too steep. And I walk it back up. Julie W., probably less impact on your back. What? I missed what you said, Julie. Would you say the bike or walking? I really wish I could have done the burning of the shells today. No, I'm not in New York City, Turquoise. Mm-mm. Not in New York City. Stick with the massage chair. Now I got to get some exercise. I'm feeling dreadful. I'm feeling dreadful. I'll take it easy. I'll take it easy. Maybe I'll just walk down the driveway, which is a big hill, which means I walk up the driveway. I can swim, but I think I don't know if the lake is a little too cold. I don't think I'm going to run in the lake right now. Oh, and that's the other thing I had to do. See, I'm not doing anything I need to do. I have to look for a sit-upon kayak that I want. And there was one on sale. And this is a trying to remember the one that my sister has, because my sister has a very small one, and see, Jimmy is always like, oh my gosh, it's too small, and like I always have to get what Jimmy wants, right? Even if it's for myself, but I don't want a big giant one that like 3 people have to help me in and out with. Hold on, I might get this one right here. What is this? Let me see. What do I have to get? Oh my goodness. What is it saying? It's not letting me use something. Oh, shoot. Oh, let's see. Okay, so I was trying to see whether you know what, I didn't take my, okay, I think I gotta take care of it. All right, I guess I'm gonna go. I'm gonna figure out my walk. Paddle boat? We have a paddle boat, but you need, well, you can ride in the middle of it, but it's I really want the kayak for like the upper body, you know, because I do a lot of lower body stuff. No walking other than going to the bathroom. Really? Oh, come on. Seriously? I don't know. Debbie, you know me, I'm a rebel. I'm gonna do it. I can't. I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I'll walk around the kitchen. I'll do something. Hi, Aurora. Okay. I don't even know which vitamins I took now, which I didn't. Hi, Mimi. I'm not going to try to overdo it, LMNW. When is the last time I've overdone anything? Who says that in that movie? When's the last time I've overdone anything? Kurt Griswold, right? When's the last time I've overdone anything? When's the last time that I've overdone anything? What was her name? Not Audrey. What's the wife's name? Hi, Jeannie. When's the last time I've ever overdone anything? What's the wife's name? Evelyn? No. Joyce? No. What is, yeah. But what is the wife's name? Ellen. When's the last time I've ever overdone anything, Ellen?
We will go later.
Hey!
Sorry, fucking easy. We gotta go get haircuts tonight.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No, I'm not.
What is that? What is that
I
box?
don't know, it's heavy.
Isn't it at 6:30?
I don't know, Ethan, I told you.
Ooh, I might have more stuff for the
I'll
auction.
call you, stop bothering
Hey,
me.
shh.
Come
Oh
on,
no, it's 5 o'clock.
give me a break. I know, I told you that.
I might have more stuff besides the other new stuff for the auction. This should be a really, really good auction. We're gonna have, if Jimmy just brought something in, we might have a really, I have a bunch of new like gift stuff, new stuff, and I might have some other stuff that you guys really want. So I'm gonna get in and dive into this, go for my walk, and I hope you guys are going to be back here at 6:30 with me and Kevin. And Danielle and everybody and Dandy, Chris Ree, and everyone. All right, I will see you guys later. I love you. God bless. I'll see you later.